Hello students, hope that you are fine. Welcome to my geography video tutorial of 9th standard. Today I will discuss about second part of denudation, the walk of river. The second course I will discuss about the middle course of the river. As the river descends down from the mountain and enters into the plain land, then abruptly there is change in the slope of the river from the steep gentle slope decreases the speed of the river. Now, as the river enters in the middle course, the velocity of the water carrying power of the river decreases. The lateral erosion means side by side, whatever the erosion is more important than the vertical erosion, which results in the widening of the valleys. Now, whatever the landforms we found in the middle course are the first is meanders and another one oxbow lake. Meander means this is that the zigzag way whatever is forming, and oxbow lake is last one. So listen that the meanders in the plain course of the river due to the lack of slope gradients, that the lateral or sidewise erosion is more prominent. The river flows slackishly, that the often changing its course from one side to another side, and due to the obstruction of its path. Here you see that the river is flowing in this way. So slowly the water of river is decreasing, and that's why it is not able to go in smooth way. They are forming in the, if there is any erosion, any rocks are there, they are not able to go, then they are forming zigzag way, and slowly they are touched with one another and form that completely cut off from that mainland, and that is forming one separately lake. Separately that is formed oxbow lake. So while making the big loops, the river water has different in outer and inner curves, and water flows faster in the outer curve of the meander, and this system, this zigzag way is going, whatever is going, that is called meanders. And then the inner bank, when speed of the water is slow, so the erosional and depositional effect, whatever that the activities go on simultaneously that time. Now next is we are coming this oxbow lake, how oxbow lakes are formed, the erosion of the outer curve and the deposition of the inner curve of the meander results that in the formation of big loops, which is here, these big loops which is initially cut off, totally cut off from the mainland, and to the narrow neck of the loop of the river channel, and attains a straight, means attains a straight path. So this is called, this out of part, this out of part means cut off part is called oxbow lake. Next we are coming that the lower course or the old stage of the rock. So lower course of the river, which is formed by rock debris. So lower course means the slope gradient is at least, and the amount of the sediments carried by the river is maximum in the lower course. So the river becomes sluggish due to the low velocity of the river. It is not able to transport the road because it is deposited mainly. Deposition of sediments on the river valley. This work is going on mainly in the lower course. So whatever the landforms are formed, that is number one is delta. This is the delta, just like you see branches of trees wherever, that is delta. The word delta is derived from Greek letter A, means you have seen that like that like A, this A down part joined. So whenever that is like that, this is that Greek letter delta was the first triangular shape, is just like triangular used by the Greek historian for the triangular deposition, and this heavier deposition occurs in the delta region. It is formed due to the constant heavy depositional of solid material or the silt by the river, which begins to choke the river channel itself. The deposits obstruct the free flow of the main river, and the stream splits into many distributaries and make the water from uninterrupted. This process goes on and results in the formation of triangular depositional feature with a network crisscrossed by the several distributaries. Next, we are seeing that the river should originate. We know that some whenever that the delta is formed, then some formation of delta. Some things we have to remember. What is this? That the river should originate from the high mountain, having well developed upper course, so that it can carry low means down large amount of sediments. Number two, the river should have to have well-developed system of tributaries which contribute in adding more and more sediments into the main river. The area where the river meets in the sea should be free from the strong tidal waves. Then only it is possible. And then that there should be many lakes and ponds in the course of the river. Means there should not, sorry, I am sorry, that there should not be any river, many lakes and ponds of in the course of the river, otherwise large quantity of sediments will be there, so which is not possible, which would not reach the coast in the form of delta. Now types of delta, if you will see, there are 3-4 types of deltas are there. Number one, Bart's foot, digitate, then arcuate, and at the extrude. So in this type, 3 types are there. So but this delta is and some having some importance, that is that the deltas of the river Nile and Indus were cradles of early civilization, we know that, and that alluvial deposit replenished by the river, making the delta very fertile for the agricultural crops. And the distributaries provide a network for the routes of transportation, and then the dense forest provides the ideal condition for the bird sanctuary and wildlife. In this way, we have seen that is this river course means denudation. This work on river is going on, and it is very important in our day-to-day life. Thank you, everyone. Hope that it will be helpful for you.